Welcome again to the Donna's Food and Lifestyle channel. Early on, we picked a couple of stuff. So, these stuff were herbs that we got from the window. Um, so, this is a spirit weed. In Jamaica, it's called a different name in Trinidad. Got these from Trinidad. These are freshly picked. These again from Trinidad, which are the Cuban thyme, French thyme. It's called a whole bunch of different names. So these will be cut up as a season. They have their own benefits, properties, and stuff like that. And smells really good. I got the paint on some of the leaves, but I had to cut those off because I don't want that in my stuff. Like I said before, I've been doing a pumpkin, as cooking the pumpkin like meat, not the pumpkin, the squash like meat, and I'll be adding in the fresh seasoning. So yeah, this is a very pungent. It's considered an oregano. They stated it's one of the oregano family plant, if you know what I mean. So one of my main thing, stuff that I don't plant that I buy, I'll get them and freeze them, this is leeks. Leeks, I use a lot of leeks because this works for gut health. It helps with the stomach. So I do use a lot of this. As a matter of fact, I cut the bottom off and started growing some. Well, yeah, it is definitely nice flavored. Like I said, everything brings their flavor into what I cook. Each stuff has its own flavor. So grab some red peppers, sweet pepper, or bell pepper, some people call it. Bam. Got some sweet pepper growing too, which I just germinated. They're growing up a little bit, but they're in that delicate stage. They're in that delicate stage, so you know what time that is. Gotta be babying them. Alright. Oops. Gotta be babying those stuff. Take that squash back out, add it to there. And so we had some celery into this too. Celery's got its own flavor, its own beneficial properties. Couple of those out. Alright, so that is done. Gotta get some thing in there. Like I say, flavor is not a all black for my kind of cooking. Flavor is considered a must. For my kind of cooking. You know, flavor is a Jamaican thing for cooking. Jamaica, we just got that flavor on lock. And not all Jamaican cook the same, but you know, for what I was growing up with, I can say for sure, flavor is the name of the game. Got some rosemary. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pop this on, drop some oil in the pot. Some oil in the pot. Whoops. That's another thing. Seasoning. Okay. So here we are. And then we have the thyme, which is already shredded off. The leaves are already shredded off. So I can pop my thyme in here in the pot. Get my thyme in. Yeah, I use a lot of thyme, like I said. Flavor is not spared Flavor is the name of the game. Getting a couple stuff. How can you forget the pepper? Right? The pepper! My pepper game is crazy. My pepper game is very crazy, so we turn that down. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna use something different. Yeah. With this, instead of using an onion, I'm using what is called a shallot. Same thing as an onion, a little bit different from an onion, but it has a savory, sweet taste to it as well. So, we're gonna drop these bad boys off right in here. And we're going to drop the shallot. Alright, the pepper as well. The question is that if we're never going to drop it in the pot, where else would we be dropping it? Alright? I'm not going to get into the sarcasm kind of thing. Because some people are like, oh yeah, you're too sarcastic. But that's funny. Because I hear some people cooking and they're like, oh, we're putting this in there. Like, where else you gonna put it? And that catch me sometimes. So, yeah. We added pepper into this. And this is not the play pepper. This is none other than Mr. Scott Bonnet himself. It's like talking, and they're talking about Scott Bonnet, it's like talking about Bounty Killer. Never! I mean, Bounty Killer, up to the time. So, this will mix in. And this gets into, you know, some real stuff. Real bad man kind of stuff. We'll kick up that back a little bit. Real bad man. Yeah. Real bad man. Alright. So, one thing I didn't put in there, which I'm gonna get right now, which I'm gonna get right now. Alright. Is the garlic. This thing running rampant here and cooking down, stripping out the garlic. Let's kick it down a little bit, notch down some more. Notch it down. Notch it down some. All the places have that aroma is kicking right about now. And that's, you know, as a Jamaican, that's our kitchen smells like when we're cooking. It's just deep, intense flavor in the kitchen when we're cooking, and that's just based from only seasoning. That's how people be knowing when you're cooking at home in Jamaica. The seasoning be giving it all away. Seasoning be saying, hey, yeah, he home. You know, like how some people go like, oh yeah, I want this person to know I'm cooking. Not a Jamaican home. You either tell them, oh shit, food is done, or suffer the consequences. Or, you know, me personally growing up, you know, when people come to our house, it's always a pleasure. You know, no matter what we had, no matter how small we had it, it's always shared. People are always welcome at my grandmother's house. You know, family just pop up, and food is just always on the menu. Whatever she cooks, everybody partakes. So my home is kind of like the same, except for I don't have family in this much family in this region, and everybody's spread out far ways, and they don't travel like that. But if they should, you know, food can run in a jiffy. go. Yep. So, you know, a little oil is added to fry stuff up. And then we can pop that in. Pop some water in. And this is now where it gets more elevated. Then we add pumpkin in. Some people do their own a little bit different. They will cook it down, boil the
Sherry and Jenkins.
Boil the oops. Ooh. That's why you gotta keep a clean stove. They'll boil a pumpkin. Some cultures are different. They'll boil a pumpkin, pure it, and then cook this in. But you know, for some other people, we like to have it like a stew like, and then cook this down and let it run. So yeah, just like that. So now we're gonna let this process, let this cook. Let that go. When we come back, we'll be adding our regular, our powder seasoning, which is gonna be the Aunt May 13 blend, which always dip on deck. Aunt May 13 blend, all purpose, and that's gonna be in it with some, we're gonna add salt to it as well. So thank you for joining the Downers Food and Lifestyle channel. Comment, like, share, and introduce other people to the video where we do this kind of fusion of food. And if you see something you like, let us know. With the seasoning, the all-purpose seasoning, you can click on the link and you will see, you'll go where you go below, you'll see a link in there for this where it has all the information where you can get it. Yeah, so that's gonna cook now. And you know, that's how we make dinner. Simple. Just, you know. Some days we're not younger, where we eat all that different stuff anymore. We just gotta scale back in some stuff and do what we do. So here you go. That is starting to kick up. Oh, wasting my food. Stuff jumping out the pot. It's alright. We good. So, yeah, with this now, we'll let this, in Jamaica, what them call bubble. In the rest of the world, them say simmer. And Beanie Man say same simmer. Alright, who got the keys to him bimmer? Alright, so peace out. Thank you again.